What's up guys, Lifting here. In this video I am going to show you how you can eliminate the bulk of your frustrations when it comes to trading maps and progressing your atlas in Path of Exile. One of the main frustrations that many players share, including myself, when it comes to trading in Path of Exile is buying a specific map or maps to further unlock your atlas progression. Oftentimes you just need that one or two specific maps in a certain tier range to complete, and you will whisper a countless amount of people for then never to get a single reply. This is incredibly frustrating, not to mention a complete waste of time. Fortunately, there is a rather simple but elegant solution to this, and it's called PoEmap.live. Here, rather than buying maps from other players, this website instead allows players to exchange the maps they don't need to others of a similar tier that they need to further continue their atlas progression. There's no currency or haggling involved, only the good old method of trading one map for another. So let me show you an example of how this process works from the beginning to end. From my atlas here, you can see that I, for the most part, have unlocked and completed all my map bonuses on anything below tier 10 maps. For that reason, I am now interested in progressing further and begin unlocking my tier 10 maps. If I check my map stash tab, I can see from the yellow bar below my geode and lava chamber maps that these are the only ones that I've completed in this tier bracket. Alternatively, if I didn't have the map stash tab, I would go to my atlas and instead type in tier 10 to have it highlight all of the tier 10 maps, and from here configure out which ones I've unlocked and which ones still remain to be completed. Now in this case, I know that I am interested in getting myself an Academy, Bazaar, Bog, Coral Ruins, Plateau, Sepulchre, Temple and or Volcano map, and then run these to unlock, or even better, get the Atlas completion bonus. Ordinarily in the past that would mean I would then proceed to go to poe.trade and look up each map and attempt to purchase them for whatever the minimum amount they are listed for. This can often drag out and take a very long time to get done, since players in general aren't very good at responding to low profit trade offers. Again, very frustrating. However, with PoEmap.live I can do this much faster and without eventually wanting to kill myself. So just before you saw which maps I needed and which ones I have already completed and gotten my map completion bonus from. Generally speaking, the ones that have been completed I no longer need. I'm much more interested in the ones that haven't been completed. Imagine if I could just take the completed ones and trade them and offer them in trade for the ones that remain to be completed. Well, you can, and we do that via PoEmap.live. So let's reopen PoEmap.live once again and I will show you how we do this. First, when we are on the website, we make sure to set the relevant league option. Secondly, we go to the left You Have section and then go to the relevant map tier that we want to offer for trade. In this case, tier 10, and then expand the bracket. From here we get the option to select the maps that we currently have to offer in exchange for the maps that we desire to get in return over in the You Want category. So I'm gonna select the Geode and Lava Chambers map that I already own, and then select any of the other maps over in the You Want category that I wish to own. Once that is set, we click the Start button and you will then be prompted to register and authorize PoEmap.live to access your basic Path of Exile account and profile information. And don't worry, there is no sensitive data risk or other things like that to be concerned about here. Once authorized, you will be able to select any of your existing characters to trade from, and you obviously want to select one from the relevant league you're playing in, and preferably the character that you're also actively playing. Once that is done, all there is left to do is to click the Start button once more, and the site will begin to index your current map offers to become available for trade, so that other people can reach out to you and whisper you in-game to trade their maps for yours. And it goes without saying that players will only offer maps that you specifically have selected in the You Want category, so that you can be sure to only receive relevant offers in return. And don't be surprised if you receive a trade whisper very shortly after clicking the Start button. Lots of people, especially early in the league, will wish to trade their maps for yours, as they are in a similar situation as you, just with different maps that they need for their atlas completion. Alternatively, rather than waiting for people to contact you in-game, you can also contact the players who have the maps available that you specifically need by clicking the mail icon, and it will automatically whisper that player in-game and let him or her know that you wish to trade. When you no longer have a specific map available for trade anymore, you simply untick it in the You Want category, and you will no longer receive whispers for that map. And the same of course goes if you have obtained a map and you no longer need it, then you simply deselect it in the You Want category. PoEmap.live is also a great tool for anyone just wanting to run a specific map and offer any of their other tier relevant maps in return. Let's say you have loads of random tier 10 maps available, but you are really just interested in farming volcanoes. Then you just select all of the tier 10s you don't need and select the volcano on the other side. That way you have the potential to much better sustain a specific map you wish to run over and over. It's also possible to select the maps in their shaped or elder variant if that's what you desire, and of course also select multiple different tiers of maps in case you want a broader focus. It took me less than a minute to get 3 new maps that I need for my Atlas completion, and had I needed 10 or even 15, it probably wouldn't have taken much longer anyway. After I traded the 3 maps for relevant ones that I need, I no longer had any maps left to offer in return. So I hope that after running these 3 maps that I've now obtained, that I will get some tier 10s in return so I can offer those in exchange for other maps that I need. It's also of course possible that I will just find them as I do so, but you get the point. The PoEmap.live system, while pretty damn awesome, is of course not perfect. It is still possible when you reach out to people and ask them for a trade to find that they don't reply or may just have sold the map. But since this is a temporary trade you set up where people press the start and then stop button, it means that it is much more reliable and that people typically will be available when they've made themselves available for trade. One thing is for sure, it's definitely much more reliable and much faster to obtain the maps via this method rather than having to go to poe.trade to try and purchase the maps. If you want to see more Path of Exile tips, guides or build videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon to be notified of future videos. If you in any way found this video to be useful to you, please consider leaving a like. It helps me conquer that YouTube algorithm and I greatly appreciate it. As always, a shout out to my dear patrons. You're making it work, guys. Thank you for watching, and bros, do you even nerd?